Okay, good morning. This is 12.6, surface area and volume of spheres. And away we go. All right, so a sphere, it's like a circle where it has equal distance from the center to the outside, except this is three-dimensional, so it is equal distance from the center all the way around like a basketball or just any ball. You'll have a diameter, you could have a radius, and then a center. I don't use a chord too much, but those are the main things there. Radius and diameter, two big ones. Okay, so surface area is what you could paint or touch on the outside of a ball. And a baseball is kind of cool because if you unravel it, you'd end up getting 4 circles or really, really close to full circles. And then that leads into the formula 4 pi r squared, which we'll get on the next page here. So surface area, this goes into your notes now. Surface area of a sphere is, and then surface area equals 4 pi r squared. Okay. And here's how it works. Let's say you want to find the surface area with the radius of 8. So you'd go surface area equals 4 times 3.14 times your radius of 8 squared. You throw that into your calculator, and your surface area for the first one would be 803.84. Label that one inches squared because that'd be surface area. That's the area that you could paint. Okay, the next one. They tell you what the surface area is, and you're supposed to go backwards and find the... But we're going to have to find the radius first and then transfer it into diameter. So here we go. So you start off with surface area is 20.25 pi equals, and the formula 4 pi r squared. So I'd get 20.25 times 3.14 right away to get 63.585. Set that equal to, and then you would go 4 pi r squared. Okay, so here's what I would do. I would take 4 times 3.14 to get like Chinese 12.56, and then you divide both sides by 12.56, giving you and then square root r equals 2.25. And this is where it might catch you off guard here. So they want diameter though. So if your radius is 2.25, you'd have to double that guy. So don't make the mistake of picking A. Make sure you pick B as an answer for this guy. All right, next one. So a hemisphere is half of a circle. So, you know, if you find surface area of half circle, you take your answer and it's depending on how it is, divide by 2, or same thing with volume, divide by 2. Gotta be careful with surface area of a hemisphere though, because you'd have the top part, but you see that purple part in there? So if you take just a half a circle, I don't even know how to draw this there, you know, half circle, you'd have to find the area of the top dome looking part, but then you'd have to find the surface area of that bottom too. So a little bit tricky for surface area. All right, anyway, here we go. They have one of those balls that you jump inside of and you roll down like a hill or whatever. And not much more than that. So the diameter is 12 feet, so a radius equals 6. Would follow the surface area formula of 4 pi r squared. That's kind of the main thing for that one there. Then you run it through your calculator, get the right answer, 452.16. And I'm just looking for a dimension here, feet squared. Okay. In class, I would go over this a little bit more, but anyway, they get the formula for volume of a sphere using this. Well, I am going to skip this to keep the video short. But anyway, in your notes, you'd want to put that volume equals 4/3 pi r cubed. It's volume of a sphere, what you could fit in the inside of a sphere. Okay, and if you want to find the volume of a soccer ball with diameter of 9. You want to switch it to a radius of 4.5 before you start, and then use the volume formula of 4/3 pi. Oh, let's get into the number right away. Pi, and then r raised to the third power. R is 4.5, and you raise it to the third power. Finishing this, you want to do your exponents first. So take 4.5, raise it to the third power, multiply it by 3.14, then multiply it by 4, and then I divide by 3. There's different ways of doing it, but that's how I usually do it. All right, so you run that all through your calculator, and 381.51. And since this is volume, label this inches cubed. Okay, and the tough one. So this is a little bit hard to see what they're up to, but they're finding the volume of a dog dish, and it's not the inside that you're looking for. It's the outside of the dog dish, what makes up the dog dish. So it's a cylinder. You see the cylinder taking out a half of a sphere, so a half of a circle. So here's how we'll start this guy here. We'll find the volume of a full out cylinder, all of it, and we'll take out the volume of a half of a sphere. So here's the volume of a cylinder. Okay, there's our full cylinder. So we'll get that answer. And then we'll take out the volume of a sphere, but only a half of a sphere, so a hemisphere. So the full formula, it would be 4/3. Whoops, daisy. And then since it's half, we divide that answer by 2. Okay, I'm going to run out of space here, but I'll give it a try here. Radius is 2. Height of the cylinder is 2. Okay, so this is just alone is the cylinder, right? So you get that down to an answer, and 50.24 is what you get. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do is shrink this and move it out of the way so I can work on the rest of this. Okay, so we'll kind of keep that in mind. Okay, so the rest of it would look like this. We'd have the 4/3, radius is 2, raised to the third power, and divide that whole answer by 2. Okay, so you get that done, and you end up getting 16.75. Okay, and now we take those two answers, and we subtract them from each other. So 50.25 minus 16.75 gives me an answer of 33.49 inches cubed. Okay, so that would be the volume of the solid part if you had to make this object. If you want to know how much water would hold into the dog dish, this would be your answer right here, because that's this guy right here would be your answer, 16.75. Okay, that's it. If you have any questions, come see me in the morning, but if not, have a great day.